and then I have some folks on in a minute. But just wanted to chop it up with the family to talk about, the situation that's still brewing in the air, the situation up there in Buffalo. We need to really stay on that situation, family. The Buffalo situation, we really got to stay on that because the dominant society, they're trying to bury that story. If you notice, they're trying their best to all lives matter that story in a way to bury it. They're prioritizing other stories. For example, the situation that happened out here, there was an Asian on Asian crime at a church out here. An Asian man shot some other Asian people, and now they're saying that's a hate crime because he hated their political views, which was a twist of logic, by the way. I want y'all to understand, you never hear the term Asian on Asian crime. You don't hear that term once when it comes to crimes like this. You do not hear that once. When black people, they shoot each other, kill each other, all of a sudden it becomes a pathology, black on black crime problem. This Asian did this brazen crime to another Asian group. They're saying it's a hate crime. Well, it was because of differences of political views. It's not a pathology of their culture, which most Asian crimes happen from other Asian people. They got Asian mafia, they got all types of Asian underworld things going on, but they never really emphasize that. So we got to understand the game out here, family. But if you've noticed, they've been all lives mattering the Buffalo situation. A lot of the Democrats, they're running around here talking about gun issues. They had Al Sharpton with his perm on here talking about, well, we shouldn't just worry about what's happening to our tribe. What about Asians, Latinos, Jewish people? They're all lives mattering the situation. Clyburn was up here talking about some LGBT stuff today. All right. Now, when Asians were harmed some months ago, and it was like a couple of incidents where Asians were yelled at and a couple of them got mugged or whatever. They didn't get killed, but Clyburn and all of the bootlicks, they were running around here talking about, boy, we got to push this Asian hate crime bill, Asian anti-Asian hate crime bill, anti-Asian hate crime bill. They were loud and proud. These butterbiscuit eating Sambos are not saying anything about an anti-black hatred crime bill for us. That is shameful. And black family, y'all don't let them off the hook. The reason why they do all of this disrespectful stuff is because y'all let them. Because they'll give you some damn catfish nuggets and you are perfectly fine. Y'all better stop letting people manipulate you. We got to be loud with this thing and say, hey, we are disapproving of these Democrats, Republicans, whoever, but really the Democrats who people we've been supporting. We really got to be on their bumper because of their brazen and blatant disrespect. We should be talking about an anti-black hate crime bill specifically for us. We, black family, we have to be a protected class. This nonsense where we're just being subjugated to daily barrages of anti-black rhetoric and propaganda on news channels day in and day out, that makes us vulnerable. And resource deprivation. I did an interview with Revolt TV this morning. I don't know when it's going to come out. And we were talking about this, and one of the hosts asked me, well, reparations, will that, because the killer, the white supremacist killer, and I'm going to get on him in a minute, he had something written on his gun talking about, yeah, here's your reparations. So she asked me something to the extent of, well, do I think reparations or us fighting for reparations will cause more hostile white supremacists? Here's the thing, and this is what I said. They're hostile anyway. Even if you're not pushing for reparations, they're hostile. So you might as well go for the gusto. Black folks, stop being scared. Scared ain't gonna get you nowhere. You think being scared and passive is gonna stop these white supremacists from running up on you? I got bad news for you and good news for you. I say good news. That just lets you know the threat is always there. I know the threat is always there, but when people like me, when we talk about the threat all the time, y'all be like, "Oh no, let's not talk about that. Let's talk about getting our drink on." No, 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 Tariq, no, no, that's hotep talk. No, I'm trying to twerk. I'm trying to drink some lean. Come on, party a little bit. It's all party and games until Scooter the Shooter shows up, right? See, people want to party and BS all day until the white boy shows up with the fatigues and y'all still playing dumb when he shows up. Hey, what's your name, buddy? You got genius on your shirt. Are you a genius? Remember that Sambo, that Jamaican Sambo up there in Buffalo? Talk to the killer. The killer was up there casing out the place, and this Sambo up here cacan and kikiing with him. We don't have time to be that naive and dumb. These folks are up here doing intel on us, and you're sitting up here oblivious. Black family, we got to stop playing. Stop being afraid of power. And you are empowered by not being so passive and nice to everybody. We got this thing in Black society where we have to be the plantation flunkies for everybody. Anybody comes around, we're supposed to invite them to the barbecue. We're supposed to be all cacan and kikiing with them. And no, we don't. No, we do not, ladies and gentlemen. I want Black folks to stop this scared nonsense and start making demands and start protecting yourselves and your family and start letting folks know, hey, man, you shouldn't really be around here. You look funny coming over here in this neighborhood. Why are you over here? You need to bounce. You dig? We got to start closing ranks. When you close ranks, that's a sign of power, family. Inviting each and everybody in trying to be on some kumbaya vibe. That ain't it, man. That's a big sign of weakness, and people will play on your weaknesses. Now, with this white supremacist up there and who shot our brothers and sisters in Buffalo, did y'all see the story where he had two best friends? It was a white Hispanic dude and a black bedwench. The white Hispanic dude's girlfriend. She's a little light skinned bedwench. And they're running around here playing dumb. She's like, "Oh, I didn't know he had racist views. I didn't know. I sure didn't know that. I've been knowing him for about a year or so, because he was friends with my boyfriend, but we hung out, but I never knew he had racist views." The hell you didn't. You notice these mass shooters, these white supremacist shooters, they always got some little Negro friend that they're hanging out with. Remember Dylan Roof had his little coon buddy, his little Sambo buddy he was hanging out with? His best friend was black. And after Dylan Roof killed all those innocent black folks, the coon best friend was on the news. He never seen racist to me. I didn't know he was racist at all. That's all cap. Dylan Roof's friend knew he was racist, is one of these Sambos who thought that he was something other than black, and that bedwench who was hanging out with Peyton, whatever his last name is, she knew that this guy was a white supremacist. There's no way this guy didn't show his anti-black contempt. That didn't happen overnight. Let's be clear. When folks sit up and talk about how they didn't know these people were racist, of course they did. And another thing too, and I posed this question earlier: how did this white supremacist, 18 years old, didn't have a job, but he had expensive weapons, expensive ammunition, high-powered ammunition, high-caliber ammunition rather, expensive body armor? I read a report somewhere where he dropped off 5 boxes of ammunition to one of his buddies' houses. Notice there are no Ricos on nobody. Everybody gets to play dumb in white society. See, when something like this happens, everybody gets to sit up and say, "Well, I didn't know he was a crazy killer. Yeah, I had his bullets at my house, but yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, he dropped off his gun and his weapon, and I kept them for him. But hey, I'm just doing a favor for a buddy." This is why black folks don't co-sign stuff like RICO statutes against other black folks. That's another problem. I told black people when they were throwing those RICO statutes at Young Thug and all those people, I said, hey, we can't co-sign that because that's a racial double standard. We don't co-sign racial double standards. And there was a bunch of you butter biscuit eating Negroes. Well, Young Thug and them should go to jail. Yeah, all that terrorism they were doing out there in Atlanta, hell, they should get a RICO. Get them off these streets. No. No, 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 no. I'm not going to co-sign that, because if you're going to put a RICO on somebody, put it on everybody. I'm not going to sit here cheerleading you put it in a RICO statute on a group of black folks, and you got these white supremacists up here plotting and planning with each other, and you're trying to lone wolf them. Just like with this white supremacist Peyton, they're trying to lone wolf him. Understand, this guy had people helping him. You better believe that dude had people helping him. Again, they're admitting that he was leaving ammunition at his buddies' cribs and somebody was working with this dude. They're never lone wolves. They have a whole network of these white supremacists. They congregate on the same websites. That's why whenever these shootings happen, they know exactly where to go to find all of their messages. You notice that? The minute these guys go shoot up a bunch of black folks or go shoot up anybody, they know exactly what websites to go to because they all frequent the same sites. And plus, the Payton guy, he was already investigated by the FBI, and they did what they always do with white supremacists: nothing. The white supremacist terrorists are fellow travelers. We got to understand what's going on out here, family. The threat is real. It's not nothing to be fearful of. Hey, it's a war. War is hell. Act like you're in a war. Just act like you're on a war. Just can't relax all the time. I know sometimes you want to let your hair down and all that, but we got this thing where we just want to party in order to tune out. And then when we get a rude awakening, now everybody wants to put on a tinfoil kufi. You understand? We got to be on top of our game at all times. And like I said, the bedwench who was friends with this Peyton guy, she's sitting here talking about how she didn't know he was racist. I promise you that dude was sitting up there talking anti-black racism around her, and she was probably sitting up there cockeying and kikiing with him. You know why? Because he was probably talking about black men. Excuse me. God damn, need a damn Ricola up in this bitch. But listen, if you read the manifesto, there were some sections in there where he was specifically going in on black men, that Peyton guy. And you notice the manifesto, every time we post stuff up, and a lot of you post stuff up about the manifesto, they start flagging your page. You can't even post that stuff. You can post anything and everything on social media, but when you post some stuff showing the pathology of a white supremacist, all of a sudden they start censoring everybody. So we have to share the manifesto in private. But when you read the manifesto, he specifically went in on black men. There's a section in there where he's talking about black men are a big threat. Black men are a threat to everybody. Black men are a threat to black women. Black men are a threat to white women. Black men are rapists. Black men. He just really went on black men. And when you read that, it sounds just like those divestors. He sounds like divest Twitter. The stuff he's saying, those divesting women be using those same talking points. Those bedwenches who get up here bragging about dating zaddies. And our sister Wani put up a retweet, and I retweeted her. This one woman was sitting up here talking about, the sister was like, "Oh my God, after this Buffalo thing, I'm I'm paranoid about going outside. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. This climate, I'm so paranoid about going outside." And then Wani pulled up a picture of her and her zaddy. She's up here laying up with a white man. And here's the thing. She ain't paranoid about going outside. She's really paranoid about what's going on in that damn house. You see, a lot of the divestors are getting shook now after this situation. Because here's the thing. That white supremacist, and just like these other white supremacists, they'll get around these bedwenches and they'll talk greasy about black men. And these divestors think, okay, they'll sit there and co-sign Zaddy talking greasy about black men. They're in some kind of safe zone. So that Peyton dude had his black female friend. I promise you, he was around her talking about black men ain't this, black men ain't that, black men ain't a threat. And her big, bad built ass was up there agreeing and cockeying and kikiing with him. And then what happened was, when that white supremacist went on his shooting spree, who was the first people he shot? He shot black women. That dirty white supremacist jumped out the car blowing black women's brains out. Those were the first ones he was shooting. He shot more black women than black men. You understand what I'm saying to you? So a lot of the divestors are getting a wake up call. They were like, oh, damn, which is what we've been saying all along. The white supremacists don't look at us as different. Black men and black women, we are the same under the system of white supremacy. That's why we got to get off that gender stuff among black men and black women. I've always said this. I'd never get into that gender thing. Black men and black women, we are both equal victims under the system of white supremacy. They look at us as the same group. They look at us as one and the same. You're not going to get a safe space. Sisters laying up with these zaddies talking greasy about us, you're not going to get a safe space. Coon bedbucks getting around these Beckys and all that talking greasy about sisters, you're not going to get no brownie points. That's not going to make you any more safe. We're one and the same. And we shouldn't have to get wake up calls like this in order to acknowledge that, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get some folks in here. Looks like we got a white supremacist in here with this troll account. What's up, Not Mix? Hop on, man. What's up, Not Mix?
Hey, what's up, though?
What's up, man? What's on your mind? And hopefully, if you don't have any cornball trolling, but what's on your
No,
mind?
I'm Italian. I'm just listening up. So, what are we talking about here?
Okay, well, what country are you from, man? You got that real funky little accent. What country are you from, man?
From the United States of America.
Not with that janky ass accent. What part of East Europe are you from, dude?
I'm from Boston.
You're not from no damn Boston.
I'm from Boston,
You're from
Massachusetts.
some slum in Serbia somewhere. Okay, you're some little Euro trash
Right,
immigrant.
yeah, yeah, you goddamn
Oh,
mind, you
okay,
fucking mully.
get out of here,
You
man.
mullion.
Man, you smell like wet dog and sauerkraut. Let's get some more people in here with that little nasty accent. You ain't fooling nobody. Okay, let's get Scammy Sosa. Scammy Sosa in here.
What's up, my
My
brother?
brother Scammy, how are you, sir?
Good, man. Just weighing in on the situation that just happened. How you feeling tonight?
I'm good, bro. Are you at a strip club making barbecue wings in the kitchen right now? There's a lot of noise in the back. What are you doing, brother?
Nah. I stepped outside real quick, gang. That's all.
There you go. All right, what's on your mind? Talk to me, man. What's on your mind, player?
Nah, man. This that guy was a my fault. My fault. Yeah, that guy was a piece of shit, dog. That shit was fucked up, man. I think it's a real issue at hand, man. All of these motherfucking
Thank you
com-
so much, brother. Okay. Now, when you call up, let's watch your language because a lot of stuff we get flagged if the language is too flagrant here. Yeah, let's have a little decorum here. All right. When you call up family, you got to watch your language. All right. I want to keep the conversation. Try to keep it somewhat professional without using just blatant, flagrant profanity. Minx, what's your name, dear?
Minks.
Okay, is this a Somalian girl?
No, it's not. I'm FBA.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
I thought I heard flies in the back.
No.
What's okay? What's going on
No.
with you?
Yeah, so I just want to say, like, with this whole situation in Buffalo, what I'm seeing on Twitter are a lot of groups like LGBT groups and even like Jewish groups and other groups of people of minorities that are trying to use what happened and try to say, oh, this guy was saying online stuff about us as well. And they're now trying to latch onto this and make it about them
Yes,
and trying to,
yes,
take off the attention and, divert it. And that's what is really disturbing and really disgusting. And that's why I feel like the publicity is not there as it should be in the media. They're not pushing this heavily. So yeah,
yes.
to me, it's just really disgusting. I mean, clearly it was targeted towards Black people. I mean, we saw it on his gun. It was terrible. And other groups
Yes,
of people are
indeed.
trying to, make this about them.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the call. That's absolutely true. And the grassroots family, it is up to you. It is really, really up to you. You have to shut that stuff down. Don't let people deflect and use this tragedy against Black people to enrich themselves. All right? Everybody's trying to latch on to this. That white supremacist targeted Black folks. All right. No matter what he said about all these other groups, he went out here and specifically targeted black people. And nobody's talking about helping us specifically. They're trying to undermine us by talking about we're going to help everybody, meaning that we ain't going to get no help. I want black folks to understand this. When they start talking about we need to help everybody, that's a way to say you black folks ain't going to get nothing. That's another way to let people capitalize off our tragedy. We should stop letting that happen. Call out the Sharptons and the Clyburns and all the Negro bootlicks, and then call out their white benefactors at the DNC and all of these other places. It's really the white Democrats who's pushing that with their racist asses. We got to call that out. Call Biden out. Biden went out here talking about he mentioned white supremacy, but they never talk about what they're going to do. They're going out, oh, white supremacy is bad. Oh my God, white supremacy is a nasty stain on this country. Oh, this is so horrible. Okay, what are you going to do? When Asians were aggrieved, y'all start throwing numbers out there. When those so-called Asian hate crimes were happening, they were like, wait, guess what? This is horrible. What happened to Asians? Asian hate crimes will not be tolerated. We have an anti-Asian hate crime bill we're passing tonight, executive order, and we got $60 billion we're going to allocate to aid. They are throwing numbers. We get prayers. All I've been hearing is we getting thoughts and prayers, and we'll come down and hug some of y'all. This is so horrible what's been happening. Oh, we all got to come together. They're talking in vagaries. Damn that. Family, damn all that. I'm talking to you, grassroots. All the y'all have to make noise about this. I'm making noise about it, but we have to make a lot of noise about this. That is unacceptable. We have to shut that nonsense down. We have to make these people step up and do the right thing, which is to make us, foundational Black Americans, a protected class, and they have to allocate resources in the form of reparations. We have to stop being afraid to go there. That's what it is. Damn the hugs. Damn the prayers. And that's another thing y'all going to see. Y'all going to see a lot of religious talk coming up lately. Watch out for that. They're about to play that religious game. Just like the white woman the other day, I was on a Twitter space, and this white woman and these white men, and they had the nerve to say with a straight face, reparations has already been atoned for because Jesus has forgiven everybody for their sins. They said that with a straight damn face. These people's arguments are desperate right now because they know good and well that we're supposed to be compensated. The name of the game is for us to just be dumb as hell to not really fight for it. We got to fight for that. Let's get some more people on here. What's up, Deron? Deron, turn your microphone on, player.
Hey, what's up, Tariq? What's going on, my brother?
I'm good, brother. How
Oh,
are you?
man, blessed, black, and highly favored, man. But real talk, man, I'm
No,
non-delusional. I want to get that out there first. I don't believe in the hocus pocus, but at the same time, I'm spiritual. And
yeah.
I'm big up in you, man. I'm a part of the security tribe with Sonny, Booby, Mill, Tommy. So,
Oh,
yeah.
yes. Shout out to those
Yes,
brothers.
sir. Sir.
No doubt, man. Thank you so much, bro. Oh, yeah. By the way, guys, do y'all want to see the trailer for my new movie? If y'all want to see the trailer for my new movie, because I've been talking about the new movie for a minute, and we haven't shown the trailer yet. My editor just sent me the first look trailer. Y'all raise your hand if y'all want to see the trailer to my new movie that I've been talking about. Raise your hand if y'all want to see it. If I see enough hands, we might show it Sunday on my Sunday stream. Yeah, this one, boy, y'all gonna it's a doozy. I don't think y'all ready for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I might show it this Sunday. I might show it this Sunday. Yeah, that first look trailer is a beast. I don't think y'all ready. I don't know. I might have to hold off because some of y'all are scared. You know, these white supremacists got y'all shook. And sometimes I go all the way in. I go in too hard, and sometimes that makes y'all nervous. So I don't know. I might not do that to you. Y'all might not be ready. I'll probably have Kurt Franklin or somebody call up to make y'all feel better. But y'all not ready for what I got going right now. Yeah, y'all niggas are scared. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all some of that Clyburn catfish nugget, some of them catfish nuggets. That's what I'm gonna give y'all. Y'all ain't ready for this shit. Because this movie we going in, dude. Y'all thought buck breaking was going in. This new one goes all the way in. And I've had some people hit me up because remember the white supremacists had a reference to my movie Buck Breaking written on his gun. He had that buck status broken. That's a reference to my movie Buck Breaking. So, you know, we're getting to these white supremacists. And that scares some niggas. They're like, hey, Tariq, you don't know these movies, these white supremacists are getting triggered. You know, is you triggering these people? All right, so the eyes are bucking out here. I know some of y'all eyes are bucking. I know some of the eyes are bucking. So I might show the trailer to the new joint this Sunday. I might if y'all ain't scared. If y'all ain't scared, I'll show the trailer. All right. If you ain't bucking your eyes, because I'm the kind of cat. I just go in, man. I'm not trying to play games with these white supremacists, man. I'm trying to tell it. I'm trying to let our young folks know what the business is. You dig? Let me get some more folks in here. I see you, Brother Hayru. Let me get you on in a second, Brother Hayru. Let's get Miss Cress in here. Let's get Sister Cress in here.
How are you? Good evening, Tariq. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, Cress?
Good. I wanted to just make note that the latest coming out of Buffalo with this man who massacred this, I call him the anti-Black American domestic terrorist.
Yes.
The family is claiming COVID and isolation
Oh,
due to COVID
yeah.
as a sickness. And
I
it's like
heard that.
these white supremacists and these other anti-Black domestic terrorism fanship, they're all attaching themselves to this rhetoric about um, his COVID psychosis. These are the very people who didn't believe in COVID.
Oh yeah. They were like, damn a mask. They were running up in buildings talking about we ain't gonna wear no
Right.
mask. So now this crazy white supremacist thing killed a bunch of folks. Now it's COVID.
Absolutely.
Of course. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, beloved. But white supremacists, man, black people. These people are so irrational. The white supremacists are the most irrational people on the planet. See, this is what drives black people crazy. You try to be rational with irrational people, and the irrational people dominate you. This is what drives black folks so damn crazy. You're being gaslighted all the time. And this is why black folks have to get centered. When you understand history, when you understand yourself, when you understand them, then you can operate better. You can think better. This is what I try to do with my broadcast. This is what I try to do with my movies. This is what I try to do with my books. My book, Foundational Black American Race Bait. If you haven't read it, really read that book to give you an idea of the mindset of these white supremacists. Dr. Welsing and the sister have the name Cress Welsing. My mentor, the great Dr. Welsing, when I read her book, and this is why I love that woman so much, and I tried my best to just make sure she was good for the rest of her life, and even after death, I tried to make sure she was good, and her legacy was good because her teaching saved me. I remember early '90s when I read her book. That was such an eye opener. I was very confused about racism, the circumstances, things that were happening to me. I was very confused, very upset, very agitated, very angry, very frustrated. And I was a victim of white supremacy. And because we don't see white supremacists yelling the N word at us on a daily basis, we don't think that it's the circumstances are due to white supremacy. But we know that there's this threat there. When I read her book, it brought so much clarity and understanding to the system of white supremacy that made me better navigate that system to not fall for the pitfalls. You understand? It's very important for us to not fall for the traps that the white supremacists set. And this is why it's important for us to learn history. It's important for us to study them. It's important for us to understand how white supremacy works. And black folks who don't want to talk about the things we talk about, because again, they try to make it seem like, okay, when we're talking about conscious things, well, that's you guys over there. All of us should understand the stuff that we're talking about. All of us need to understand how white supremacy works because it dominates all of us. You dig? It dominates each and every one of us. And we're confused by it if you don't understand how it works and how it operates. And we have to understand how irrational these white supremacists are. White supremacy is a system that's a facade, but the facade is enforced. So even though they're not really supreme, they're supreme over us because of their military backing and their codification. They themselves are not supreme. Like a lone white supremacist is powerless, and they know it. But they have something that we don't have that puts them in a supreme position. They have a code. There's a code of conduct that they have, and they know how to get on code with each other at the drop of a hat. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is their strength. That right there is the only strength that they have. Their ability to get on code with each other at the drop of a hat. That right there is the strength of white supremacy. They're not smarter, they're not stronger. When I say smarter, collectively they're smarter because they're smart enough to have a damn code. But just an individual white supremacist, no. They're weak and they know they're weak. Just like the white supremacists who shot the people up there in Buffalo. This little punk ran up there and shot and ambushed a bunch of elderly black people. And he cased the place out for elderly black people. He knew that it was nothing but elderly black people going to that store. So this punk bitch sat up here and put on a whole bunch of military gear and jumped out of a car and ambushed a bunch of unsuspecting elderly black folks. That's not a smart person. That's a coward. You understand? But they'll take a win any way they can get a win. These are not rational people. But the problem is, even though he was a punk and a coward, other white supremacists will still get on code with him, as we see, and make excuses for him. Family, even the white media, they've been making excuses for this guy. They've been going around interviewing his friends and family, and they're talking about how loving and sweet he was. That's them getting on code, ladies and gentlemen. Now, listen, y'all know good and well if that was a black person who did that, number one, whoever got the gun for him, they're going to get hit with a RICO. Whoever held the bullets for him, they're going to get hit with a RICO. His mom and dad are going to get hit with RICO charges. Everybody in the neighborhood will get hit with RICO charges for assisting him. They never lone wolf black people. They always tie him in. But they're lone wolfing him. They got people talking about how he was so quiet and gentle. Oh my God, we never knew he was like this. Talking about it may have been COVID that messed him up. They're trying to low-key blame video games. Oh, they're trying to say he was a troubled youth. And yeah, this is codification. They're getting on code with this guy. They're trying to set up a mental health plea. That's where their strength comes from, them getting on code. They know how to get on code with each other. But family, these people are completely irrational. Did y'all see there was another story today that came out? This white woman was on Fox News talking about she's going to sue the school system. I forgot what state she's in because she has a biracial son. And because of CRT, the school taught her biracial son CRT. Now he identifies as black and he thinks he's a victim of racism now. I swear to God, a white woman is on the news saying this, that her biracial son now identifies as black, and now CRT causes him to think he's a victim of racism. And now she wants to sue somebody. Y'all try to rationalize with these people? I wish I could play the clip here. I might play the clip on my broadcast tomorrow just for y'all to hear this nonsense. These people are insane, family. So we don't need to be insane with them. We got to be on code, and the code has to be about empowerment. And we got to stop being scared, like they gonna do something they ain't already been doing. We got to be about our money. They got to give us our damn paper. What else they gonna do? What they gonna shoot us in the back? They're already doing it. They gonna run up on us in ambushes? They're already doing it. We might as well be prepared for it. What's up, Lazy? I think that's your name. I can't see worth a damn, man.
Yes, sir. Lazy Pops. I know it's awkward. I would just like to say thank you for letting me speak. And also, I've actually known about you for quite a few years. I worked alongside quite a few veterans who spoke about your work prior to this. And I would also like to enter the space with respect and to say that I don't have anything controversial to say, but to actually support the fact that this wasn't some lone shooter or a lone
Right,
wolf.
right now. Now, what are you? Are you a white Hispanic? Are you white Irish? What are you? What are you?
Yeah, so I am a white Caucasian. My mother's side is Italian immigrants, and my father's side I don't really know much about.
There you go. Okay, there you go. So, what are the people in your community saying about this? People in the white community. What for real, for real? What are they saying about this killing?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not really tapped in like that. So I have a biracial, bilingual marriage, and I
Okay.
focus on my family. So I'm not really tapped into any other external communities of any sort in any sort of way.
So, what biracial? You say bilingual, so that must mean Asian. You're dating an Asian woman. You're married to an Asian woman.
No, sir. I live in southern Texas, and I'm married to a Mexican citizen.
Mexican. Okay, okay. I knew it was either Asian and Latino. Okay, because we said bilingual. Okay, that's not really biracial because Mexicans identify as white, so that's white on white love still. Yeah.
So, in regards to the shooter, I would just like to say that it's very clear that he wasn't trained. And a little bit of background, he was trained. I'm sorry, he was trained.
Yeah.
He was very
Yes.
trained. He was coached. I'm a United States Marine, and I would just like to reference that his sorry ass manifesto that he posted, that he did not write that. That was very mission planning, mission execution. Somebody produced
Yeah.
that for him. That was an organization that produced that. This
Yes.
was not, and I agree. This is a domestic terrorist. Absolutely, I'm a libertarian. I don't know. It's pretty sad that there's not a lot of choices politically, but when I think about what's going on in America, I think about citizens and state, and I believe that what's going on in America today is fabricated. This is absolutely 100% manufactured. All of us killing each other the way we do. And I militarily, to reference this sorry ass, I don't even know his name, and thank God for that.
Right. Right.
But he was very much trained. I've heard that they said that they used video games to train this person. I worked in the Marines and I trained Marines. Um, he had experience, to be honest, for an 18-year-old child to be able to move in the way that he did and execute in the way that he did. It's very poor to say that this is a lone shooter. It's ridiculous.
Right. Right.
Um,
Absolutely. I agree with that, brother. Thank you so much for the call. Yeah, if you read that, there's a reason why they don't want us posting that manifesto, family. Notice every time we post that manifesto, they keep taking it, they take it down because they understand that manifesto was written by somebody in the military or somebody who had military training. So that's some type of alt-right white supremacist group that wrote that and that he's secretly a part of. See, back in the 90s, the Tom Metzgers and all those people, they started promoting the lone wolf strategy. They started saying, hey, let's not run around yelling the name of our organizations. Let's be connected, but we'll operate in these little separate cells. We're all part of the same group, but we're part of different cells. So if one of us get hit or one of us get caught, everybody else has plausible deniability. The white supremacist Tom Metzger was talking about that in the 90s. The whole lone wolf strategy. These are not no damn lone wolves. This dude is clearly a part of a network, and whatever network he's a part of, they help construct that manifesto for him. If you read that manifesto, that's not the words of a damn 18-year-old, man. That's not the words of some goofball 18-year-old. Let's be very, very clear. And the white media knows this. And when we start circulating that manifesto, everybody starts picking up on it like, hey, who really wrote this? So they're like, oh, let's not have that up. No, we got to take that down. Because yeah, when we start posting it around and we start looking at it, like, well, this is extremely detailed for a damn 18-year-old. What 18-year-olds are that detailed about a military hit? That was a military hit that dude did. You understand what I'm saying? And also, people are looking at the Fox News folks and all that Tucker Carlson. Yeah, those people are very dangerous. Look, I've been on Tucker Carlson's show, Fox News. I've told these people in their faces that they're white supremacists, and the rhetoric that they spew. Now we see how dangerous that is. When you have people like Tucker and all these folks spewing all of this anti-black racism, and then talking about white replacement theory and spewing this to millions of people, they know somebody's going to pick up a gun and act on that. They know full well that's going to happen, but it's allowed to happen. This is why we have to push to be a protected class, ladies and gentlemen. We got to be a protected class out here. Okay, no, I was about to let this dude on. I'm not about to let you on. That's the dude that I have to rap battle against. I'm not having you on, brother. All right, raise your hand, family. Let me see some folks on here. Let's get Sincerely Black Love. All right. Hop on, Sincerely Black Love.
How you doing, Tariq? Thank you so much for handing me the mic. So I took notes, but what I wanted to do is also kind of push the needle a little further, and just kind of talk about Juneteenth a little bit, since we're about a month away.
Yeah.
And I want to just highlight that I think they're trying to play us for, a joke. And I'm looking at the imagery, I'm looking at the different events and things that are taking place, or being lined up for Juneteenth, and it does not, it's not giving Black American. So I just wanted to kind of speak to that too, because as Black Americans, we're dealing with a lot, right? We
Yeah.
constantly take on a lot. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there because I don't want that to catch us off guard collectively. So whatever you can add to that. All
Yes,
right.
indeed. Thank. Yeah, Juneteenth. We number one, we better be careful in June because with a brazen act like this, these white supremacists, these little terror cells might be sitting around waiting on some kind of Juneteenth event to really make their mark. So we better be careful about some of these Juneteenth events, and also with Juneteenth, there's a reason why they haven't. Um, I think ain't June like LGBT Pride Month or something. So again, they're going to start tying in their stuff to us. Right now, you're about to start in June. They're going to prop up a whole bunch of LGBT stuff to tether themselves onto us, so they can get some LGBT legislation going on off the momentum of the things happening to us. You're about to see that in June. We got to shout that down too, family. We got to shout that down and say, hey, no, that ain't it either. Y'all got to stop letting the white LGBT community exploit us. That's what the whole movie Bug Breaking was about. Stop the exploitation. What's up, Clay? Hop on, Clay. Or Che. I can't see. It's Che. My bad. It's Che. Hop on, Che.
Hi, Tariq. It's late. I met you, like, I spoke to you a couple months ago. When you were doing the diaspora war with the Sambo thing, and when it's like when you first started the wars with the Africans and reparations, and I talked to you, like, I asked you a question like, why are you doing that? And it's funny that the shooter had everything that been going on his gun. And I'm born and raised in Buffalo.
Uh-huh.
And And it's crazy because like I've been asking these questions and nobody talks to what's going on, nobody cares. And I told you my background, my lineage when I first talked to you. And
What is it, ma'am? Okay, first I don't remember the conversation with you at all. So
right.
got to
It was
refresh
my
yourself.
diaspora wars and the reparations and you don't want
Now, what's your background? Because you're talking about why am I do? I didn't do a damn thing.
I mean, it's crazy that everything we spoke on is like all like everything that's been going on for last like mad months. It's like all on a man's gun, you know? And like here reparations, die niggers, and you like everything that's been going on in these spaces. So it's
No,
like
that's
you're
not
right.
true.
You
That's
could
not true. That's not true. They talk about that stuff way before we even done these spaces. All right. All of these talking points they use were way before we talked about these things in these spaces. That's just not true, man. Why are you saying that?
you could tell the little boy been around older people. Like you said, he's military trained. He's been around white supremacists, the older crowd, and you could tell that he talked to them. And them same people been in these spaces.
So
Because
you're
when I
saying,
found these
wait, so
spaces,
wait, stop, ma'am, because I want you to get to the point. What are you trying to imply?
I'm not trying to play anything. I'm trying to play that he's been in these spaces. He's 18 years old. And it's everything that's been
So
going
are
on
you
for
trying
that.
to say? Are you trying to say that our spaces influence this guy?
Yes. It is one guy.
Stop
When
it,
I started coming to these spaces, it was older white supremacist guy. He'd be on these spaces, on your spaces. He told me when I found these spaces, he told me that the way y'all talk like black nationalists, y'all talk like white supremacists. I mean, like y'all talk like black
man.
supremacists.
Stop it. They talk like this all the time. They've been talking like this for years. This dude sounds just like Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof was talking about the same thing this guy was talking about, man. What are you saying? Really? I mean, damn near word
And
for
when
word.
I found these spaces, I'm expressing who I am, right? I'm like, yeah, my city is Buffalo, this and that. And it's so weird that he came here and shot Buffalo up. And,
Right.
I've been expressing that Buffalo's the last city in New York State with the last Black American population. I swear. And it's a guy named Stepper that's in the space. He can verify what I'm talking about.
You're babbling, and I don't even know what you're talking about. What are you talking about? You're just talking, man. I mean, what's your background? What's your lineage, ma'am? Refresh my memory.
I told you my mother was Haitian, my father is Black.
That's why you're doing all this damn babbling. You're non-FBA.
What I'm not FBA.
Yeah.
What did
This,
FBI do anything by being
this,
Black?
this is non-FBA babble.
What is not FBA babble?
What you talking is
What are
not,
you doing is just dropping a box babble.
ma'am. You're just babbling in circles. And that's why none of what you're saying is making no sense.
Everything was on that man's gun was about what you talk about.
That's those, ma'am. That man was using the same rhetoric these white supremacists have always used. All right. Also, he has some stuff referencing my movie. I don't really talk about my
He's
movie.
not even a man. He was 18 years old.
He is a man. The hell he ain't. He is a man. What are you talking about? Why you making excuses for this damn white supremacist? That's why you're
I
spewing.
am not making excuses for this little ass kid, dude, that came up here and shot old ass people
That
up.
wasn't no damn little ass kid. That's a
I
white.
mean, to me, 18 years old. He talking like he was Generation X, like he was older, like like you said,
Sound like you got the cape on for him. Sound like you had a zaddy crush on that
a
dude.
zaddy crush on some.
Yeah, you sound
Nah, there's
funny.
no zaddy crush, Tariq. I am like really mad about what happened up here. I'm born and raised here.
When somebody get on here talking about it's black folks that done made somebody racist, that's tether talk. That's why we be distancing ourselves from y'all tethers with that nonsense.
Nah, that's not even a tether talk. That's
That's
like I'm
tether
hurt.
talk. You
This is
sit
where
there
I'm born and raised at,
uh,
and it's kind of weird that he came up here and shot Buffalo up of all places.
He shot Buffalo up because he knew there was a lot of unarmed black folks up there. That's why he did it. Because there was a high concentration of black people in Buffalo. And he knew they would be unarmed. That's why he did it. What other reason you think he did it? Hello?
I don't know, but like Buffalo is like so. Nobody cares about Buffalo. We've been like unknown forever since Rick James, and it's so weird. He came like it's just so weird. And I've been
Because he's a white supremacist and he wanted to target a bunch of black folks. What are you acting confused about? Y'all sit up here and try to come up with every excuse in the world that he's a little baby. He's a little white baby.
I never say he was a little baby
You know what I mean?
because I
He
am
a little
38 years old.
kid. Why
He
he
young to me. He's young to me. I'm
ma'am,
38.
ma'am, do you have a zaddy in your life?
Actually, I don't have a zaddy. Actually, I don't even deal with white people, so I don't have a
I
zaddy.
don't believe that. Do you have a white man that you're laying up with, ma'am?
No, I don't have a white man I'm
I
laying up
don't
with,
believe
Tariq.
it. I
Why
don't
you
believe
trying to
it.
like change the
Goodbye, ma'am.
conversation?
Ma'am,
Because
stop it. This is bedwench talk. That's bedwench babble. She's up here low key got the cape on. That little boy, he ain't even a man. That's a little baby. He's a kid. He didn't know. Y'all made him do that. Why would he come here? The hell are you talking about? Man, get out of here. This is why let FBA people do what we do, man. Let us get in front of this and try to make justice occur. I don't want to hear no tether babble right now. All these Zaddy worshipers. See, the Zaddy, like I said earlier on the broadcast, this is a Zaddy worshiper up there in New York. Those Caribbean women, they love Zaddy. And now that Zaddy went up there and targeted a bunch of black women, see, they're shook. And they've been trying to find a way to kind of let's take the heat off Zaddy. Zaddy didn't know what he was doing. I mean, okay, yeah, Zaddy, you shot them folks up, but it wasn't your fault, Zaddy. It wasn't you. It was those niggers on Twitter Spaces. Those nigger dudes. They made you like this, Zaddy. You would never hurt me on your own, would you, Zaddy? Good Lord. This woman sat up here and tried to blame black men on Twitter Space for making this white man go up here kill a bunch of black women. Because that's the thing. He went up there shooting black women. That's the thing that really got them shook. I told y'all, the fact that this white supremacist ran up there, hopped out that damn vehicle, and started picking off black women first, boy, the divestors are shook right now. Because all of that shitting on black men, see, now you need young black men. That white supremacist did not shoot young black men. You understand? He shot old black folks, old black women, and old black men. I think the youngest person he kind of picked off was like 38. That was the youngest person, I think. But everybody was like 50, 60, 70. He was getting old black folks. He didn't get no youngsters. You understand? Because for the most part, a lot of young black men, they already know what the deal is. So a lot of young black men are instinctively on alert. Remember, Kyle Rittenhouse. Let's go to Kyle Rittenhouse. When Kyle Rittenhouse went to Kenosha, he was trying to get at some black men. He was trying to get at young black men, and he was trying to low key ambush them, and they peeped him out. Remember the video? I posted a video of that night. Kyle Rittenhouse running up on some young black dudes talking about, hey guys, you need medical? You need some medical? And the brothers were already up on it. They were like, hey, medical? Nigga, you pointed a gun at us earlier. I remember you. You pointed a gun, man. We were in the car. You pointed a gun at us. Man, get the hell out of here, dude. So the young brothers already peeped what Kyle Rittenhouse was trying to do. They were already on top of it. You understand? So yeah, young black men, for the most part, they're not as vulnerable because they already know the threat that's there. So they're already on alert. So that's your best means of protection, young black men or black men in general, just black men who are on code with each other. Really, brothers who are on code with each other. We know when there's a threat. There was a situation in Ohio I saw a few years ago. I want to find that video. Y'all remember years ago, these white supremacists were walking around in black areas talking about they're doing these Second Amendment marches, and they would just show up somewhere in a black area with a gun. They were testing the waters out then. And they tried that at a spot in Ohio. I forgot what city it was. They were walking past this brother's barber shop, this white man in fatigues with a gun, and the brother G checked him, like, man, what are you doing? Hey, yeah, man, I'm just doing just doing the Second Amendment march, man. Just let folks know, about your Second Amendment rights. The brother's like, man, if you don't get the hell up out of this damn block, I'm lighting you up. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Get your ass off this block. You understand? Brothers knew what was up. Brothers G checked him, got him up out of there, as he should. But up there in Buffalo, what happened? Another one of these Caribbeans, like this girl who called up, remember? Up there in Buffalo, the day before the shooting, it was some dude up there with that Jamaican hat on. He was most likely a Jamaican immigrant. He talked to the damn killer. The killer was up there doing some intel, casing out the place, and some Sambo sat up here having a conversation with him, not understanding the threat, up here thinking he met him a nice, cool white buddy. We don't have time for goofballs like this running around when we have threats among us. We got to have people on top of their game. Let me get some more people in here. Let's get Rox Shanks. All right. What's up, Rox Shanks? What's up, Rox? Turn your microphone on, Rox.
Hi,
Hey, what's up, Rox? How
I'm
are you, buddy?
Rox. Nice to meet you.
All right. Now, what are you eating?
I'm Japanese.
You're Japanese. Okay. Where you live now, Rox?
I don't speak English.
You don't
Sorry.
speak English.
Sorry.
Why do you call it English-speaking broadcast?
Okay. Sorry. I don't know. Read story, okay?
Yeah. What's on your mind? Why do you want to call up?
Okay, thank you. Please follow me, okay?
You do what?
Eh? Sorry, I don't know.
What don't you know, brother?
Yeah,
Are you trying to get a green card somewhere?
thank you.
Can I introduce you to somebody to make you kind of understand? I have somebody who can translate for you.
Thank you so much.
Do you want
Yeah,
help?
yes.
All right. There's a person on here. Look up the name T.S. Giselle. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman. Send T.S. Giselle a DM, and she will help you. Okay. Tell her Tariq sent you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I want DM T.S. Giselle. She's very good at helping people translate different languages. Very nice person, and she would really like to meet you. And I would like for you to meet up with her. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. And by the way, if you like egg rolls, you'll really like T.S. Giselle because she has an egg roll for you. All right.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, brother. You be good. All right.
Thank you.
All right. So T.S. Giselle, I just got you another customer. So you thank me later. All right. Let's get some more people in here. All right. Let's get some more folks in here. I won't be on too long, guys. I always say I'm not going to be on long, but then I end up being on long. But I won't be on too long. We got a lot of folks in here. And by the way, guys, I think I'm going to show the trailer to my new film this Sunday on my Sunday broadcast. All right. You guys do not want to miss that. I will show the trailer to my new film this Sunday. Let's get Landlord Diesel in here. Landlord Diesel. What's up, landlord? Landlord, turn your microphone on, brother. Come on, landlord.
What's going on?
What's up, Playboy? How are you?
Good. Look, I was just sending a request. I didn't know if you was gonna accept it or not.
Okay, you just testing the waters out, huh? All right, man. Don't do test requests. Just doing stuff just to see if you can do it. All right, let's be focused here. All right, let's get I had somebody on here. Who would I have?
It's me, OG. What up, OG Tariq?
There you. What's going on with you, man? How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm one of them brothers that contribute to that museum. So you know I'm
Oh,
always down for the cause, fam. I can't wait till you get it
no,
up there so I can bring my nephew up there. But that's not what I'm
man.
here. That's not what I'm here for.
Yeah.
But I
Yes.
wanted to run something past you, man. I live out
Go
here in
ahead.
Connecticut, right? We got these. You got these. What they call these? John Brown gun clubs. You got these type of brothers out in your neck of the woods.
Well, yeah. Well, we got the Redstone firearms. That's
No,
a
I'm
gun
talking
shop.
about these are white. No, these are white boys with guns saying they're
Oh,
John Brown. That's what I'm getting at,
oh,
OG.
oh, okay. Now here they probably the only people with the gun clubs and all that are people in law enforcement because people can't really run around here with guns like that. So a lot of gangs connected to law enforcement, they have the guns and the little gun clubs and the gun gangs out here, and that's what makes it so dangerous. So it's a very interesting dynamic out here. And speaking of the museum, we are negotiating. There's a property that's on Jefferson that we are working on getting right now. Yeah, there's a property on Jefferson we're working on getting right now. And it's real nice and it's pretty much renovated already. So if we get it at this particular location, we wouldn't have to do a whole lot of work on it, which is good. So we're negotiating that right now there. The seller is real cooperative, surprisingly, because we've been having some difficulties with some of these sellers, but this one is real cooperative. They have a tenant that's in the building already, but the tenant is flexible. They're trying to negotiate the tenant kind of moving out and going somewhere else, whatever. So we're working on that now. We got a spot, and it's looking good, but the real estate out here is funny. There's another spot on Crenshaw a few months ago that was looking good too, and then all of a sudden they just pulled back, and we just didn't hear from the sellers no more. And the property is still for sale, so I don't know what's going on with it. What I think a lot of these folks who own these buildings, because a lot of these white folks who own the buildings and real estate out here in Southern California, especially in the South Central area, they use these properties to launder money. They got a whole bunch of different rackets. It's all under different trust names, and it's under their cousin's name, and then they're transferred to their brother. And a lot of these Russian cats own the real estate, and then a lot of their stuff got hit up. They started getting liens put on their stuff. And one of these folks, they were trying to get us to buy one of the properties, and they were trying to get us to close real quickly. They were like, "Yeah, we'll give you a discount if you close within like 7 days." I'm like, "No, we can't close a property in 7 days. You got to do inspections and all that." And they were going to give it to us for dirt cheap. I was like, "Hell, let's get that. Let's get that. We don't have to go through a bank. We'll just get that cash." And come to find out, the shit had a lien on it. They were trying to pawn the shit off on us. So we're dealing with little janky stuff like that out here. The real estate game, California, is shark infested, man. But we are making progress. So I'm going to keep everybody posted on what's going on with that museum. But we're looking good so far. We're looking good so far. I keep y'all posted on that. Let's get melanated people. Melanated people. All right. What's up, melanated people?
Peace, family. Peace, peace, peace.
How are you,
I'm all
sir?
right. How you feeling, brother?
I'm good, brother. You whispering
Sorry. No,
even
I'm a little
me.
sick. My apologies.
Okay. Just if you're in danger, cough twice. But what's on?
No, in regards to this whole situation in Buffalo, is one thing that we really need to recognize, and it was that we weren't prepared. Whether we
Yeah.
was old or young, we weren't prepared. And
Yes.
so, on our platform, we advocate for Black Americans to understand their Second Amendment rights and to exercise those to the fullest. And so that's something that I feel as though that needs to be communicated into the entire community, is that you got these rights for a reason. You say you foundational, show it. Be prepared.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My man had a great point. Y'all weren't prepared. You were not prepared at all. Family, we cannot walk around oblivious to what's going on out here. We try to party and BS and get high. That's another thing. Us getting high and we thinking that, okay, hell, I'm old, so I'm safe. None of us is safe in a system of white supremacy. And that was the message they want to convey. There are no safe zones. We have to look out for each other as black folks. We have to teach our children about white supremacy. We cannot have our children oblivious going into these situations as sitting ducks. That's the reason why I started doing books and documentary films so that we can wake up young folks so they will not walk into situations sitting ducks, not knowing how white supremacy works, walking into these damn traps. There's no way that black folks should have sat up there with this white boy doing intel, casing out the joint a day before, and nobody got suspicious. That's completely lacking. We can't be slipping like that. We can't afford to slip like that. We can't afford to be oblivious like that. We got to keep our eyes and ears open at all times. When you see these strange white supremacists or suspected white supremacists lurking around in the neighborhood, you better let everybody know what's going on. Hey, man, something's up with this guy. Who is this dude? You better be on the phone informing people, letting them know, hey, there's a funny style dude over here. Because the minute we walk into their neighborhoods, they all get on the phone with each other. We can't even run by their neighborhoods. Ahmaud Arbery got killed jogging by white people's houses. They got in their car and killed him. You understand what I'm saying? We can't even go near their neighborhoods. They go on alert. And we're sitting up here, they walking around out of place as hell. You're in a black neighborhood. And some random white dude is just walking around. He don't look like he's on the pipe. And even if he's on the pipe, why is he on the pipe in your neighborhood? They have neighborhoods to be on the pipe in. You understand? You better keep your eyes open, your ears open. You better learn to look at outfits and see, okay, what is this guy wearing? What kind of tattoos does this guy have? Remember that Jamaican Sambo, when he was talking to the white supremacists, he said, well, we were talking about critical race theory. Fool, that wasn't a red flag. I mean, really, that wasn't a red flag. You sitting up here with this suspected white supremacist out of place walking around in a black neighborhood, and he's talking about critical race theory, and that didn't raise your antenna? You know why I didn't raise that Jamaican dude's antenna? Because the Jamaican dude was probably some Sambo agreeing with him. Like, yeah, these niggas out here, they talk about racism too much. Yeah, I ain't these dumb niggas. He was probably sitting up there cockeying and kikiing with that white supremacist, agreeing with him about some anti-black gibberish. I bet that goofy Negro was sitting up here, yeah, they need to do something about all this black on black crime. Hell. That's why I didn't raise an eye. He sat here thinking that he found a friend in that white supremacist by spewing anti-black rhetoric. Remember, the Haitian woman just called up talking about, oh, well, that was a kid. He got it from y'all. This woman, y'all just heard her. About 30 minutes ago, she called up talking about the white supremacists learned all that stuff from us. You feel me? And then y'all wonder why we're trying to circle our wagons from some of the damn tethers. What's up? What's your name? Tetsu Sema, whatever your name is. What's up, man?
What's
What's your name, buddy?
what's going on? My name is Rashad. My name is Rashad Rabai. I just wanted to I called up because I live in Rochester, New York. That's not too far away from Buffalo. I just wanted to tell Black Americans everywhere else, like, just because they project to us that um racism and prejudice only exist in the South or in hardcore Mississippi and all those kind of areas, South Carolinas and stuff like that, deep South. Nah, up here in Rochester, New York, um, upstate New York, especially, we have our inner cities, but in our surrounding cities, it's a lot of these like kind of
Militia
Hickville,
group. Militia group
yeah,
all up there.
Hickville kind of towns. So, and like if you read in his manifesto, he thought he can go to Buffalo and then come to Rochester and then go do all this extra shit because up here in these upstate New York, like I said, Buffalo is a big small city, but on the outside of skirts, you got these crazy enraged white people. So I
Yeah,
just want to tell Black Americans that if you live not in the South, just keep your head on the swivel, and we got to stop being so passive. We got to be
no,
stop being so passive. We got to get on our Huey Newton, on our NOY, on our we got to get on our Malcolm X. We have to,
no
especially
doubt.
my young generation. I was born in '92. I feel like
Yeah,
the '90s babies and younger, we need to take charge and change the narrative. And that's all
no
I
doubt.
want to say.
Respect you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Much respect. That's real talk. We got to be on top of it, family. We can't be sitting ducks like this. And again, we can't be passive with these politicians either. We got to say, hey, man, if people are going out doing these ambush killings on us, give us the same thing you're giving these Asian groups. Don't sit here playing this anti black game by denying us and ignoring us and undermining us. We have to stop letting it happen. Black people, you don't deserve that. Damn it, black people, you don't deserve benign neglect from the government. You don't deserve being targeted. You don't deserve it. So act like you don't deserve it. When you sit up here and not say nothing, subliminally, you think you deserve the mistreatment. You don't. The creator did not put you on this damn planet to be completely subjugated passively by these damn white supremacists. We're supposed to stand up to that, especially if you're a foundational black American. We are the world's role models. The world looks to us. Everybody. Everybody looks to us to see what our next moves is going to be, how we get down, and then they follow suit. It is not our lot in life to sit up here and be sitting ducks for some cowardly, punk ass white supremacist who got to sneak up and ambush elderly people. We got to be on top of our game, family. That ain't who we are, being sitting ducks. Let's be clear. Our brothers and sisters in the 60s and 70s didn't go through that. They knew when and where to pull that. There was a certain time where they wouldn't pull that types of stuff because they knew the retaliation and the get back would be too real. But see, they've tested the waters now. They've pacified black folks so much, and they got us divided on gender lines and all of this other nonsense to the point where we don't want to face this real threat. We want to just be online. We want to be twerking. We want to be smoking. We want to be drinking, Bucci popping, dudes running around here in heels and dresses. That's to keep you passive. There's a reason why they like to push that nonsense on us. They know that niggas out here in booty shorts and heels ain't gonna fight nothing. You understand what I'm saying? We gotta get our warrior class back. We gotta be on top of our game. Let me get one more call before I get out of here, family. And by the way, y'all need to go to Amazon.com to get my book, Foundational Black American Race Baiter. If you don't have it, get that book, Foundational Black American Race Baiter, right now. Now let's get this guy. Let's get Ziam. Um, Ziam, you're very white in your profile picture.
Yeah, hello. I'm not white though.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What I
Okay.
wanted to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
was what the problem. I think it's not what I think. I understand what the problem is black people. We're setting our goals way too low. We can't wake up every morning and just be happy or think it's acceptable to be third class citizens living in under the authority of the government of a government of another race of people. We are third class citizens on this earth. That is not acceptable. Our
Right.
purpose as black people needs to be establishing our legacy on this earth. We need to be sovereign on this earth. We need to have our own country, our own currency, our own army, everything that everyone else has, we have. This mindset that we have of just being kind, black people are too kind for our own good. The
Yeah.
Bible says, to the pure, everything is pure. That very much identifies us. We have this very pure mindset of how we think about things. So we're nice people. So we feel like everyone else is how we are. They're not. These people are demons. These people they're degenerates and they're reprobates. And we were born into a war and we're not acting like it. Our purpose as black people is to establish our legacy on this earth, to have sovereignty on this earth. We cannot be third class citizens. And we're third class citizens. Asians are second class citizens. You can't
Yeah.
kill an Asian and nothing happens to you. You kill an Asian, you're going to jail. They're putting charges on you. They're giving Asians money. That's second class citizen status. Black people,
Yeah.
when they kill you, oh well, all lives matter, and they're just they're making memes and jokes, and life goes on. You get no resources allocated to you. They just mock your death. They give you slaps on the wrist. You don't even get justice. That's what happens to
Right.
third class citizens.
Right. And you can't even go into Native American areas. I was in Arizona. You got to pay them to even go into their areas. You can't even just walk up into their neighborhoods like that. That's how protected they are.
Yeah, and they
Out.
sorry and they step into that. I can't explain enough how important it is to be exclusive, to have a mindset of being exclusive, to be xenophobic, to be racist, to be racially selfish. Black people need to be racially selfish. We need to love each other and put each other first. We need to prefer one another, and we need to understand that other people are less than us. We need to have that mindset. We need to step into that mindset. We're too good for things. We're too good for vaccines. We're too good to be shaking hands with a bunch of people who don't even have an inclination towards hygiene. We're too good to be sitting up next to people, and these people are they just done come from doing some perverted sexual acts with animals, and all these people are just these people are gone. They sit in a
Yes.
pagan worshiping demons. We don't understand the level of depravity and degeneracy that we're surrounded by, and we need to. And we're
Yeah. And thank you so much, brother. I had to land your plane for you because I got to get a couple of more calls here. Y'all got to land your plane when you come on, guys. I'm feeling you, but we got to land those planes. All right. I'm feeling my brother's passion. Shout out to Moses 7. Let me let me get Moses 7 on. Where's Moses 7? Got to get Moses. What's up, Moses 7? What's up,
What's
Moses?
up, Tariq? Thanks for having me on. Man, I've been kicking ass, taking names. I got work.
No,
And I
yes,
got black family work, man. I got doodle in my eyes. Let me crush this stuff out.
sir. But listen, yeah, I picked your name because I saw the picture you got. You got Robert
But
Smalls, a picture of Robert.
Robert Smalls is someone my family growing up, my mother, I had a picture of Robert Smalls on the staircase going up to the basement. The basement was like our gathering area, and in the basement we got pictures of everyone that's great.
Yeah,
Dr. John Hayward Clark, we got Robert Smalls, we got Day Saline, we got Malcolm X. We had all the greats, and that's how I know about. And Robert Small was the one I picked out as someone I want to emulate after. You know,
yes,
I
indeed.
want.
Let the folks don't know about Robert Small. Robert Small was a brother out there in North Carolina, I think. I think it was
But
North
North
Carolina.
Carolina, young prisoner of war,
Yeah,
in the American Holocaust,
yes, indeed.
working for the Confederates, had no choice to. He was working on a
Yeah,
steamship, and
mhm,
these these white supremacists thought, this nigga ain't gonna do nothing. Let me just go drink and chase women real quick. Nah. Robert Smalls Robert Smalls took that ship, and he, as black people were real mariners, he knew
Yeah.
exactly where to go, sold the ship to the Union, and used that bag to transition his life into the status that we all know him as, and the great status as he left the world, to also be a, a pivotal image for young Black Americans. And so,
Yes, he did. Yeah, and also Robert Smalls, he went up in one of them white neighborhoods. This was in the 1800s. He went up there with some brothers with some guns and let them white supremacists know they better stop fucking with the brothers out there, or they gonna get this work. This was in the 1800s. That brother got his guns
I'm,
and some other black men and got them a black militia group and went up in white neighborhoods and say, "Hey, if y'all let these white people terrorize us again, we're bringing it to everybody's ass in here.
I,
We're gonna put bullets."
I'm Googling it right now as you talk because I'm a fat guy. I'm a real journalist, and there you go, man. Let me tell you, T, talking to you, I'm going to make this quick and short. I
Yeah,
started listening to you and the other greats. I'm not gonna say no names in the new black media. Prior to listening to you, I was making under 50 something thousand a year.
yeah,
I started listening to you heavy within that year. Just the tools that you put out there,
yeah.
I upgraded my pay rate from 52,000 to 88. I'm overstepping to 85, 84 something thousand.
There you go,
All
my
right,
man.
I'm not done there. Not done there. Then I'm really listening heavy to the to the other greats in the new black media. The two, especially for the one that supports you a lot, Mr. Black. I got the
Oh
tools.
yeah,
I got the tools I needed to be making six figures.
yes, sir. That's what it
I
is,
got
man.
the
Much
tools.
respect.
I got the tools I need, and also what you instilled inside of me is when I'm in the workplace, I gotta treat this like the Chinese. I'm here to suck the energy and bring it back to my people.
Yes, that I tell. Thank you for the call. I tell black folks all the time when you go to these jobs, you're supposed to go in there acting like your own apprentice. You're in there studying the inner workings of it, so you can get that game, and then bring that information back to the community. I want y'all to read my book, Race Beta, Foundational Black American Race Beta. I talk about how the white supremacists, they like to make sure that black people are real coonified before they give them certain promotions, because white people are um, they're very tight about giving information to black people, especially pertinent information. They do not like it. So if they're going to elevate black people to certain job positions, they like to test and make sure you're nice and coonish. Or even in politics, look at politics. Look at all the people in the political spectrum right now, especially around Biden. All of those people that they elevate, those black people, they got a white spouse. You notice that? That's by design. Either not only do they have a white spouse, they make sure that they're non-FBA too. So the spokesperson for the press secretary, the Haitian chick, she's a Haitian stud. She has a white wife, quote unquote. And then Katanji has a white zaddy. They elevated her. Kamami has a zaddy. That's by design, family. That's not no accident at all. Before they get you as a black person or a non-white person in a position where you're going to get access or you're going to get next to some pertinent information, they got to make sure you're nice and bed winched up or bed bucked up or coonified. And they do that in regular jobs. Before they give you a position, they test you out. They want to talk to you. How do you feel about critical race theory? Well, I don't like no critical race theory. I ain't no victim. Oh, nigga, we about to give you $8 more. We're gonna give you an $8 raise, nigga. Come on over here. We're gonna give you an assistant manager's position. You understand? That's how they do. They test you to make sure you're nice and coonified. So when you go into these jobs, you better be studying, ear hustling, getting information, and learning how to bring that information back to the community. That's why those car porters, those train porters were so thorough back in the day. Those brothers who used to work as porters, the The internet was trained porters back in the day. Those brothers who would work on those porters, they would get information from all around the country and then bring that information back to the neighborhood. J.A. Rogers was a porter. John Henry Clark was a porter. And they would get access to books from all over the country and newspapers and just information from all over the country, and then compile all that stuff and then bring it back to the community. Those porters were very thorough back in the day. Yeah, what the hell is that? Okay, my dog's outside. But yeah, it's very important for us. And those porters, when they would be on the trains, they would be ear hustling. You know, they would attend to these wealthy white people. They would be listening for stocks and all types of investment tips and real estate information. They would be ear hustling, playing the role. They would be smiling, skinning, and grinning, and soaking up a whole bunch of game, which is what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. But anyway, man, let me get up out of here, man. I've been on here long enough, man. Much respect to everybody, man. Thank everybody for tuning in, man. I hope, again, we try to be as constructive as possible. Y'all get my book, though, Foundational Black American Race Baiter. Y'all get that at Amazon.com. And again, this Sunday, you will most likely see a new trailer for my new film, my new documentary film, the highly anticipated film. I've been talking about it, but I've not been talking about it. Nobody's seen a trailer for it yet. Nobody's seen any clips of it yet. And I've been talking about this film for like a year. We've been working on it very hard. And people don't even know the official title yet. So it's kind of been, I've been talking about it, but a lot of it has been under wraps. So this Sunday, you will get a first look of what the film is about. And this one is a doozy. So I hope you guys are ready. This one is a doozy, ladies and gentlemen. The trailer is gonna take this thing to another level. All right. So you guys go to my YouTube channel. That's Tariq Radio. Right now, while I'm talking, just go to YouTube right now. Go to YouTube, type in Tariq Radio, then you'll see a picture of me in my suit looking real Macish. Click that and then click the subscribe button and then click the bell icon so that you can get notifications when I go live. All of you need to do that right now. That's Tariq Radio on YouTube. All right. Anyway, man, you guys have a very prosperous week. Have a very productive week. Have a very empowered week. And papiakute and lalavuve to the family. Y'all be good.